Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel where we explore the most captivating stories from around the world. Today we're traveling to the Horn of Africa, to the beautiful land of Somalia, to uncover a fascinating folk tale that has been passed down through generations. It's a story about a very clever but very greedy hyena, and none other than the moon itself. Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered what stories the moon could tell? Well, this one is a classic. It's called The Hyena and the Moon, and it teaches us a little something about greed, cleverness, and the consequences of our choices. So get comfortable and let's dive into this enchanting Somali legend. Our story begins on a vast star-dusted savanna in Somalia. The air was cool, and the only light came from the brilliant full moon hanging in the sky like a giant silver coin. Down below, a hyena named Waraba was on the prowl. Now, Waraba wasn't just any hyena. He was known far and wide for his insatiable appetite. His stomach was a bottomless pit, and his mind was always thinking about his next meal. On this particular night, his belly rumbled with a hunger so fierce it echoed in the quiet of the plains. He had searched high and low, but there was no food to be found. The antelopes were too fast, the smaller critters were too well hidden, and he was getting desperate. He looked up, his eyes falling upon the big, bright, beautiful moon, and a truly wild idea sparked in his hungry mind. It looks so round, so plump, so delicious, he muttered to himself, his mouth watering at the thought. To Waraba, the moon looked just like a giant, glistening piece of fat, the most prized delicacy a hyena could ever dream of. Driven by this strange and powerful craving, Waraba decided he had to have a taste. But how could a creature of the earth possibly reach the sky? Waraba was not just greedy, he was also cunning. He knew he couldn't do it alone. So he set off to find the one creature he thought could help him. A great, majestic eagle who nested on the highest cliff in the land. After a long trek, he found the eagle, preening its magnificent feathers. "Oh, mighty eagle, king of the skies," Waraba began, his voice dripping with flattery. "I come to you with a proposition, a grand feast that will make us both legends." The eagle, intrigued, listened as Waraba explained his plan. "Look at the moon," Waraba exclaimed, pointing with his snout. "It's a giant piece of delectable fat, just hanging there. If you carry me up to the sky, I will bite off a huge chunk for you and an even bigger one for myself. We will feast like kings." The eagle was skeptical. The moon made of fat. It seemed absurd. But Waraba was persuasive, describing the taste, the texture, the sheer glory of it all, until the eagle's own curiosity got the better of him. He agreed. "All right, hyena," the eagle screeched, "hold on tight, we fly at once." So Waraba clamped his powerful jaws onto the eagle's leg, and with a mighty beat of its wings, the great bird launched them into the night sky. Up and up they soared, higher than the mountains, higher than the clouds. The wind whistled past Waraba's ears, and the world below shrank into a patchwork of shadows. He had never felt anything like it. The moon grew larger and larger, brighter and brighter, until it filled his entire vision. It looked even more delicious up close. "We're almost there," Waraba shouted, his voice muffled by his grip on the eagle's leg. Just a little closer, the eagle strained, flapping its wings with all its might, climbing toward the luminous orb. Waraba could almost taste it. He was giddy with anticipation. This was it. The greatest meal of his life was just moments away. He was about to do the impossible, to eat the moon itself. His greed had propelled him to the very edge of the world, and he couldn't have been happier. But as we know, things that seem too good to be true often are. Finally, they arrived. They were so close to the moon that its light was almost blinding. "Now, Waraba," cried the eagle, "do it now." Without a second's hesitation, Waraba let go of the eagle's leg and lunged forward, opening his jaws as wide as they could go to take the biggest bite of moon fat he could manage. But instead of sinking his teeth into something soft and succulent, his jaws clamped down on ... nothing. Absolutely nothing. He bit only cold, empty air. The moon wasn't a piece of fat at all. It was a ball of light. An illusion, a trick of the night sky. In his shock and confusion, Waraba tumbled through the emptiness. He had let go of his only ride, his only support, his connection to the sky. For a terrifying moment, he was suspended in the vast, silent darkness of space, with the brilliant, inedible moon shining down on him. Then gravity took hold, and Waraba began to fall. Down, down, down he plummeted, a streak of fur and panic hurtling back towards the earth he had so foolishly left behind. The fall felt like an eternity. Waraba tumbled end over end, the wind screaming in his ears. He saw the eagle circling far above, a tiny speck against the glowing moon. He saw the dark plains of Somalia rushing up to meet him. He braced for impact, closing his eyes and letting out a final, terrified yelp. He landed with a tremendous thud, not on the soft savanna grass, but squarely on a hard, unforgiving slab of flat rock. The impact was immense, and it changed him forever. But when he finally managed to pick himself up, groaning and aching in every bone, he realized something was terribly wrong. His back, which had once been straight and strong, was now sloped and misshapen from the force of the fall. His hind legs felt shorter, weaker, as if they had been compressed into the ground. He tried to walk, but his gait was no longer a proud prowl. It was a limping, shuffling hobble. He had survived, but he was permanently marked by his foolish and greedy adventure. He had reached for the sky, and the fall had brought him lower than ever before, and that, the storytellers say, is why the hyena looks the way it does today. Why it has a sloping back and a strange, loping walk. It is a permanent reminder of Waraba's greed and his ill-fated trip to the moon. Every time a hyena looks up at the full moon, it is said that it is not howling in hunger for food on the ground. It is crying out in frustration and longing for the great piece of fat in the sky that it can never, ever reach. It's a call of remembrance for that one night when its ancestor flew too close to his desires and fell back to earth, forever changed. It's a powerful story, isn't it? A reminder that our ambitions are good, but unchecked greed can lead to our downfall. Sometimes the most beautiful things are meant to be admired from afar, not consumed. The moon remains in the sky, a silent witness to the hyena's eternal lesson. What a journey, from the dusty plains of Somalia to the edge of the sky and back down again. This tale is a fantastic example of an etiological myth, a story that explains why something is the way it is. This case, the hyena's unique physical appearance, it's a testament to the creativity and wisdom embedded in oral traditions all over the world. These stories weren't just for entertainment, they were for teaching, for explaining the mysteries of the natural world, and for passing on cultural values like the dangers of letting greed get the better of you. It makes you wonder what other secrets are hidden in the animal kingdom, just waiting to be told through another ancient story. I hope you enjoyed our trip to Somalia and this wonderful tale about the hyena and the moon. It's a story that sticks with you, and you might just find yourself thinking about it the next time you see a full moon or hear a hyena's call in a documentary. The world is full of such incredible stories, and we're so excited to continue sharing them with you. What did you think of Waraba's adventure? Let us know in the comments below. We love hearing from you and reading your interpretations of these timeless legends. Thank you so much for watching, for listening, and for being part of our community of story lovers. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next adventure into the world of folklore. Until next time, keep looking for the stories all around you. Bye for now.